Hello ladies and gentlemen, I want to welcome you guys back to the channel, and I just want to do a real quick kind of, I guess it's an unboxing, but my main thing that I wanted to do, I've seen a couple other people receive their, or locate one of the new King C Gillette double-edged safety razors, and in Christopher Williams' live from when he picked his up yesterday, kept hearing people want a comparison to either the DE89 or the Heritage. And since the Heritage is essentially a DE89 head, I just wanted to put this together and then unbox the new one, the King C Gillette model, and then we will compare the two of them, because there are some noticeable differences. I have not opened this up yet, but I can tell just from, hey dog, you gotta be quiet, bud. My dogs are, whenever they hear me talking, they want some attention. So let's take a look. Got my Benchmade mini Griptilian here. So it appears that this is going to be a 4-inch handle, and try to get that on camera. So that's what it looks like, how it comes in the setup, and these are the razors. Now I want to just talk a little bit about how I ended up going to grab it. So I saw all the photos and the posts about it over the last couple days, and what I did was go online, double check to see if it was available in my area, and the online info said that there was nothing within 25 miles of my zip code. So what I did was go to the Walgreens that's like 8 blocks from my house, and sure enough, there it was sitting on the shelf. One of the other things is it appears to everybody that I've spoken to who has one, it appears that there is only one in each store. So they got a display case, and in that display case it comes with one of each of the new items. So I don't know anything about their plans to restock these or how they're going to do that. I did not buy any of the other products because I have soaps, I have creams, I have beard stuff, and I don't really use any of that. Also, I think that 5 blades of this is going to be plenty for me to determine whether or not where they fit into the spectrum of, compared to what I expect is probably just another Gillette Platinum blade, since they're made in Russia. So let's get a look at that logo. I got the windows open to get a little sunlight on that. And then the shape here, just looking at it, I should have probably worn gloves or something, because these are fingerprint magnets. The shape here reminds me of what I would assume, or it kind of just reminds me of more like whereas this seemed like it could have been a DE89 copy, even though I got theories on that. This is more like a, kind of steals the Merkur 34 base plate shape. So let's take a look. There's nothing underneath. No emblems or anything. This is trying to roll off the table. All right. We got the card. Please read manual and remove before use. Come on now. I don't want to tear it for no reason. And then the only branding that I see, there's a G2 inside there. Now, the packaging says on the back, right here, handle made in China, blades made in Russia. I'm assuming that by handle they mean this whole setup. So it's as far as the handles go, this is, the Heritage was a 3-inch. I feel like we're looking directly at a 3 and 4-inch situation. This is completely rounded ball end. This is very slippery. I don't feel a whole lot of traction here. Let's see. G2. Just gonna take the heads themselves and hold them up to the camera. Rub some of the fingerprints off. So the top plate looks pretty identical, and the spot where they touch, where the base plate touches the top plate, looks identical. So I feel like this is just all they did was pull out this, they got rid of this curvature here and changed it up a little bit to make it look different. Over the course, channels look the same. Everything looks pretty identical, even the length of the threads. Let's see. This post actually seems to be a little bit longer, but only because there's, you know, the little more channel dug out, I believe. So this is the new one, this is the Heritage. So I'm not expecting too much difference in shave. I already did a shave today, so I'm not gonna double down on this, but what I'm gonna do tomorrow is a side-by-side, one half of my face with one with the other. And then in the subsequent days, I'll use I'll try a couple things where I'm using these next to a platinum or some other setup. But I feel like I feel like they are probably doing pretty much the same thing again, but a little bit different look. At least there's some branding this time, which a lot of people were not happy that there was nothing to say Gillette anywhere on it before. It does seem to me like they're trying to move forward and figure out a new way to rebrand themselves, and that's cool. I don't think that there's anything collectible about this setup, and I don't know. I mean, I feel like the other, the package of 10, it's $6 for 2 of these in it. So I don't know. I may pick it up just because they have only one in the store, but it's it seems like a little much as far as pricing for blades that I'm assuming I can get on Amazon, virtually identical blades for half that price. So let's see. I guess that's everything that I want to say about these. I don't know, man. I'll be coming back tomorrow to try and see if there's any difference, but I really don't anticipate a difference. This substantially heavier than this one was. The knurling is better on this. This was a USA made handle. This one's China, obviously. Now, one of the things I wanted to talk about, because there was a lot of talk that they just copied the Mula head or the DE89, but the Mula and DE89 were designed in conjunction between Mula and Edwin Jagger. Neil Jagger did an interview about it, and he said they designed it together to create something new that would kind of become an industry standard. Now, when I looked at everything that I could about the Heritage razor, Procter & Gamble owns Gillette. They also own The Art of Shaving, and The Art of Shaving had contracted out a run of R89s from Mula. So they already had some sort of contractual agreement, and I don't doubt that they had something worked out, since these heads for the Heritage were made in Germany. I don't doubt that they actually are, in some way, with maybe some mild variation, Mule heads. And then I saw everybody noticed that towards the end of I guess the beginning of this year, the end of last year, they started blowing out Art of Shaving stuff and Mule R89s at like TJ Maxx and Marshalls and stuff like that. And I wouldn't be surprised to find out if, based on the success of this selling out, the Heritage selling out multiple times on Amazon, they just burn through what's left of what they had contractually obligated to sell from Mule, and then started putting together some sort of contract here in China to produce what looks to be essentially the same thing. I mean, those channels on the closed comb look identical. So, I can't say for sure that there's any sort of thievery going on there. Probably not. There's probably contracts and backdoor agreements and all sorts of stuff going on that makes something like this happen. But it's not what we were all hoping for, which is some sort of new Gillette adjustable, which they don't have the tooling for, or some sort of higher end stainless steel model, which I think all this stuff is just kind of testing for, because this is clearly chrome plated Zamac, if it's going to be coming from China, because that's what they have, is the pot metal. So this is all our soda cans and everything sold back to us. So yeah, I guess that's my take on it. I am glad to have it, just so that I can support Gillette coming back into the DE world, doing more wet shaving stuff. I hope that there's not a third iteration that I feel obligated to buy to show support that ends up making no further adjustments. But I did want to at least showcase what you're going to be getting when you go down there for $29.99. And yeah, over the coming days, like I said, I'll do one where I'm going head to head, half my face with one, half with the other. I don't expect a difference, and I'll do a few comparisons over the course of the next week, just to test out the blades and see if they feel any different from silver blues or platinums or 7 o'clocks. I have some Nassets as well, but I have a feeling that these will be essentially the platinums rebranded, because that's what they gave away with the Heritage. So, but we'll see. And I don't mean to crap all over this, because I think it's cool. I think that it's a good. I think the coolest thing about it is to be able to go down, like from in my instance, 8 blocks from my house, and pick out a double-edged safety razor 3-piece that I don't have to be embarrassed to have. You know, you can get the, depending on where you're at, the Wilkinson sword, different Vanderhagens, but when you look at that in the long run, for the same prices, you can get like a vintage Gillette if you're going to be getting a twist to open. And these are, in my opinion, the Heritage was on par with a D89 or the R89, and I don't see, and that's one of the most common purchases out there. So I just don't see how it could be considered trash, even though I don't consider it a brand new, innovative, original Gillette move. But we will see, and I will definitely be back with some more information or videos about this. So thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it.